But let's talk about something else that's going to happen, we think, in the GAA. On Tuesday, they're going to present their accounts. Colm Keys had in The Independent yesterday suggestions that they're going to say that it was 7 million increase in profit for 2019 over the previous year. What's your initial reaction to that, first of all, that their profits may have gone over 70 million for 2019?
Well, my initial reaction when I read the story first was I was expecting it to go the other way because of the crowd reduction, especially in Munster. But of course, when you factor in replayed football final and the increase in ticket prices, I suppose it shouldn't be a big surprise. And I'd probably go a little bit further than 7 million. It'll probably touch out to 10 million when it's all added up and subtracted. So it's a bonanza, and the big question that arises now is what is to be done with it.
But that's what it is. There are going to be loads of people. We're already hearing through various sources that the GPA are going to look for a much bigger slice of the pie now.
Yeah, I'm sure they are, but I think there's an even bigger disconnect really with the GAA and the clubs. We're talking about over 2,500 clubs in the country. I think we need to break this down and say, well, what's a club member around the country going to say? What's this going to mean for me? What's it going to mean for my club? I think it's fine to say that the inter-county teams are well looked after, and we all know that the finances and the costs of running teams, but I think we need to break this down to a club setup as well, and I think that's why there's so much frustration from clubs out there that they're not seeing a slice of this cake. Well, maybe they're seeing a slice of it, but the GAA can't break it down to say exactly what it will be for them.
Well, John Horan did say last year when they were talking about increasing the ticket prices that the clubs were going to benefit from this. Now, the GPA could argue that the reason this increase has come along is due to the fact that they've come to watch their members put on show for which they're not paid, and of course a lot of the GPA's money goes towards funding injuries and the likes of that, and education programs.
Yeah, I accept that, Joanne, and I also absolutely accept that the GAA and all these monies, they will filter down to club level. There's no doubt about that. But we're back to the chicken and egg. You know, how do the great players, where do they come from? Well, they come from the club. We all know that. And this is, I think, an opportunity to say where the focus is going to lie. There is extra money. If you're a minister for finance in the GAA, wouldn't you love to have this dilemma? But everybody's looking in over the fence now to see what is going to be done with this money. And my own sense is the GAA have a great opportunity now to make a real statement. And I'll throw my hand up as a West of Ireland man. You know, there's centres of excellence need to be completed or even begun in places like Roscommon and Mayo and so on. There are stadium renovations or redevelopments. Certainly I could name a few very close to where I live that need monies. And in the context of the 30 million plus that is going to be spent on Casement Park, these are big questions, and it's going to take real leadership now to satisfy the volunteer members, because they want to see action and they want to see the money filter down to where they believe it is best used.